Megyn Kelly, the former Fox News host, had a guest on her show today. Rich Lowry, the editor for the National Review, a conservative right-wing news publication. And when he dropped the N-word on the show, neither of them blinked an eye.
Finally, he said something to the effect of, look, if we have to create stories in order to bring attention to what's happening, the media, he admits they made it up. Right, as opposed to, and if you listen to the full clip, he says, by drawing attention to what's happening on the ground, it's just, as the
like
line goes online, you don't hate the media enough. Go ahead.
You remember Alternative Facts with Kellyanne? They did the same thing. She wasn't saying you make up fictions and pretend they're facts. You bring other facts to bear in the debate that are being ignored. And that's what he was saying. And I think it was in that interview where Dana Bash says, the police have gone through 11 months of recordings of calls, and they've only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese from ponds. Only 2 calls. And I think one lesson in this whole story, people don't care about geese. People really hate geese. They all things considered, I think people would prefer Haitian migrants to come and take the geese off the golf course, right? So it's pets, it's the cats and dogs has become the standard. Geese clearly don't matter.
I mean, I read online they're protected in Ohio. So
I mean, you've got to give it to Megyn Kelly there. You make your guests feel so comfortable. It's like they're right at home. It's like they can say what they really mean. Ugh. Rich Lowry, when your racism, your Freudian slip comes out on television for the world to see, it's not a good look. Not a good look. Now, I can understand where some people are saying, well, he didn't really mean to say it. He was trying to say immigrant, migrant, Haitian. It all kind of the Haitian immigrant maybe kind of he got slipped up there. But he was defending J.D. Vance's racist attacks on Haitians in Springfield, Ohio. And what's kind of really laughable about this clip and kind of ironic is that just yesterday, what they were talking about there is a clip of J.D. Vance also having a Freudian slip.
Just once and for all, you again started this in part by saying that, at which Donald Trump repeated on the debate stage, that, and he didn't say anything about the policies that you're talking about. He just said Haitians are eating dogs and cats. Can you affirmatively say now that that is a rumor that has no basis with evidence?
Dana, the evidence is the firsthand account of my constituents who are telling me that this happened. And by the way, I've been trying to talk about the problems in Springfield for months, and the American media ignored it. There was a congressional hearing just last week of angel moms who lost children because Kamala Harris let criminal migrants into this country who then murdered their children. The American media totally ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to, create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana, because you guys are completely letting Kamala Harris coast. You had one interview with her. You talk about pushing back against me, Dana. You didn't push back against the fact that she cast the deciding vote on the Inflation Reduction Act, which is why a lot of Americans can't afford food and housing.
You just said that you're
creating
a story.
Public policy.
Sir, you just said that you're creating the story.
What's that, Dana?
You just said that this is a story that you created. So the eating dogs and cats thing is not accurate.
Dana, it comes from firsthand accounts from my constituents. I say that we're creating a story, meaning we're creating the American media focusing on it. I didn't create 20,000 illegal migrants coming into Springfield thanks to Kamala Harris's policies. Her policies did that, but yes, we created the actual focus that allowed the American media to talk about this story and the suffering caused by Kamala Harris's policies.
J.D. Vance saying there that he created the news story. He created the story about Haitians eating dogs and cats. Now, of course, did he mean to say he created it, as in he made it up? Or was he kind of talking about how he created the opportunity for the media to talk about it? Kind of what Megyn Kelly was saying there. And my whole thing is it doesn't really matter if he meant he created it for the news media to have the chance to uh, talk about it or to report on it because it was false. It was false. And JD Vance knew that there was no evidence. He knew that the governor of Ohio, that the Springfield mayor, that the sheriff's office have all said that there is no evidence to support this. And yet he still insists that it's true. So whether or not he meant to say that he created it is kind of neither here nor there because he did create it by using a lie and amplifying it for your own political power. That's creating a story. And JD Vance is a little thick in the head there, doesn't really get it. And that kind of, I'm bringing this up because it kind of goes back to Rich Lowry here, right? When you're defending a racist, JD Vance, using a racist line of attack on Haitian immigrants, and you let slip that word, whether or not you intended to, we don't really need to hear you say it in order to know that you're a vile racist. You're defending a vile racist attack on Haitian immigrants. We don't need to hear you say the N-word to know that you're a racist. Just like we don't need to hear JD Vance talk about him creating the news story because he did create it. He did lie to promote a lie for his own political power, a racist lie on top of that. And then you've got the racists coming out and defending the racists. Oh, and they just happen to let it slip. They happen to let the N word slip. Whoops. But I got to be honest, Rich, we didn't need that clip to know that you're a vile racist. Let me know what your thoughts are on Rich Lowry, whether or not you think he meant to say it, and whether or not you think that even matters. Also, what's going on with JD Vance and Springfield, Ohio? Let me know your reflections down in the comments below. Be sure to like and share this video so that you bring your friends into the fold and we can hear their perspective, their reflections as well. If you made it this far into the video, be sure to like it and be sure to subscribe so you get my future videos about right-wing racism, because this ain't the last time. Make sure you subscribe so you get those videos delivered straight to you. My name is Brendan Plank with Reflect. See you in the next one.